Hey there, Griff Hamlin here. Welcome and thanks for joining me today. In today's video, we're actually going to talk about a song I wrote. This is a song from an album I did seemingly forever ago now. I think this came out in the year 2000, maybe 2001. It's a song I wrote called Don't Lie, and it's got a very characteristic sort of Stevie Ray Vaughan, Kenny Wayne Shepherd type of riff in it. And I've gotten a lot of requests over the years to teach that song. So since I don't have to worry about copyright issues, I own the copyright on it. I wrote it. So what I want to cover today is just sort of the basic rhythm and chord progression, how you play that main idea, and then maybe in a future video we'll talk about some of the solo sections and stuff like that. Obviously, at the time I wrote it and recorded it, I wasn't worried about teaching it, so it has kind of a lot of stuff in it. But let's just take a look at sort of the basic rhythm first. Now we're going to be starting off with we're in G, okay? So you're going to have to kind of imagine, and from a tone perspective right now, I've got a tube screamer on at about, the drive's a little over halfway up, I'd say. Tones kind of in the middle, and volume, I'll say unity. So I basically want it without the tube screamer to be the same volume as with the tube screamer. And I'm running this into my 11 rack, which is basically set up like a super reverb type of sound. So I've got some dirt, but not a ton. The Strat on the neck pickup has a lot to do with the tone here. And the Strat works better for this sort of thing to me than a Les Paul does. So when I'm doing, I'll say, Stevie Ray Vaughan type stuff like this, I very much tend to use the Strat because it allows me to hit the string and kind of get that thump out of it. And a Les Paul doesn't quite do that. So what we're going to do is go through, start at the 5th fret of the 4th string, 5th fret of the 5th string, 3rd fret of the 4th string. And then that I'm barring the 5th fret on the top 3 strings and then the 3rd fret. And then back to the 5th fret on the 5th string, 3rd, 4th on the 4th string. Now I know I'm playing this really blocky, bear with me. Okay, but as you probably heard coming in, that's not how I actually play it. So while those are the notes, the approach to it is very heavy. So with every note that I strike, the upstroke is that. And I realize that sounds awful when you go slow. But if you go up to speed, you can see that it works just fine, okay? So this is, very much like Stevie Ray Vaughan would do in where it's just being used it's percussion. It really is. It's more of a percussion element than it is a chord, because it's just open strings after all. Okay, but it does add a lot to that sound. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, let's see. Same thing, and it's the same. It's an A, but it's a very similar type of deal. So if you can do that, and then it just stays here, and then there's a solo that kicks in. But let's leave that. You would just continue playing that main riff. If you were playing along with me. Okay, once the vocal comes in, I cut that short. And I lighten things up. So I back off my volume a little bit and just pick a lot lighter. And now it's a 12-bar blues. So I do 4 of the G's. Now I'm going to walk up to a C. So I'm going to hit the 5th fret G. Now I'm going to move it up to a C, sorry. I play this so often but never think about it. Same idea. Now there's a walk down here. C, B, flat, A. So that's 10th, 8th, 7th fret on the 4th string, and then we're back to the G for 2 more times. The very last one, I don't hit the 4th fret. I hit I don't hit the 4th fret. I hit the 5th. I want to finish it out because my turnaround is an E flat 9 chord. E flat 9. D7 sharp 9. So it's that flat 6 turnaround. Back to the G. And then I tag it again. E flat 9, D7 sharp 9, and back to the G. And then it starts over. So it's sort of a blues. It's pretty close. You know, I basically play the G riff 4 times, and the C riff 2 times, and the G riff 2 times, and then the turnaround's a little bit funky. Instead of just being the flat 6 to the 5 to the 1 to the 5, it's the flat 6 to the 5 to the 1, and the flat 6 to the 5 again. So I basically just tagged that last little bit and turned it around that way. But fundamentally, it's still basically a blues. So let's take it from, I'll say where the lyric kicks in, and I'll play it a little bit slow for you. Try and play it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's basically the entire tune. Now, I do it a little bit differently over the solo sections. I don't actually tag the ending twice. I don't do the flat 6 to the 5 twice during the solos. At the very end of the tune, I do the flat 6 to 5, and then instead of tagging it again the same way, I do A flat 13 to G7 sharp 9. Or you can play it up here. And then E flat 7 or E flat 9 to F. And then back into that riff at the top. So it's the very last chorus. Yeah. Don't lie. A flat 13, spin it out. G7 sharp 9, I won't cry. E flat, don't lie. F, don't lie. band drops out. And that's, you know, that sort of standard blues lick there. 7th fret and 6th fret. 7th on the 3rd, 6th on the 2nd string. And I grab that G. And then I never play it the same way once, as Mark likes to say. So the solos are, you know, obviously, you know, have fun with those. It's all in G minor. But that's basically the whole tune. So I'll go ahead and write out, you know, the sections that I've showed you and everything. If you want to play along, there's plenty of recordings out there. I'll see if I can't point you to one near this video, and hope you dig it. You know, like I said, a lot of people ask me for this. I never really imagined that people would want to learn the songs I wrote, so that's kind of fun for me, and hope you dig it. Hope you play it a little bit and have some fun with it. I'll talk to you soon.